Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Imperator Rome with me, Vampire Mega and Rome. So in the last episode we have defeated Marrakesh and then we sort of chilled, looked around on the various things, but I don't think we've ever actually spent the time looking at the exact territory that we have gained. We've just talked a little bit about what we're gonna do, and the way I see it, we have a couple of avenues of advance. We know that eventually we will need to challenge the Ptolemaic Empire, and after that the Seleucids. But at this point, the immediate targets are Olbek, which is currently being taken over by Pharaohs, which is unfortunately allied with the Seleucids, or Carthage, which is allied with Ptolemaic Empire. I identified that we could actually attack Macedon, which was reduced to one province minor over here, and that would drag into the war just Thrace and its allies, I believe. Yes. So it's a safe bet. However, I think that we're still gonna go after Carthage, and the reason for that is I just hate the border gore. And I refuse to ignore it. And I want to take this area, and I want to take this area for ourselves, and I would probably like to also take these small provinces so that eventually we can attack and annex who are you guys? Regional power of Melanogaetuli, which will pretty much just leave the only enemy nation being Marrakesh with that one province over here, and I think we can ignore them. You know, that they were kind enough to to sign a peace treaty with us, so they can retain this. Though, oh man, yeah, they're suffering. They don't have any food, so they're eventually just gonna starve and die. That is quite cruel from us to keep them in that. So we might actually come after them as well. But yeah, I would like to just deal with this and have the entirety of North Africa for myself, and then we can challenge Thrace, and then, you know, we'll have an open avenue to attack Ptolemaic Empire from two places. I'm not gonna touch this area at all. I am happy with having that between us, same with Fazan, but I would really like to take this and the other territories that I have. Now, we do have three legions. Though for some reason you guys have a wrong name. I thought I renamed you. So you're the third Legio Cisalpine Gaul. So we now have three legions, and I can use this for my benefit. I'll have you force march. Oh, actually, you know, let's do it in a reasonable way. I'm gonna have you force march here. I'll have you guys march here, and I'll have you guys march here. And that's gonna make sure that we can attack them. Now, what we need to do next is we need to get enough political influence to actually lay a claim on Carthage, because we do not have a single claim on them. And I'm gonna cancel the military access that they gave us. And then we're gonna investigate the territories that we have gained. Barca. I wonder how many. I think the first. No, this. Why do I? No, you are the first regional Italian. Man, the naming is a little bit confusing. But yeah, there is a bunch of interesting medals that we can get into our regions. And I'm interested in how many more there are, because I mean, I keep saying that, but I really never used legions much. I mean, I'll be honest, I never even played Rome this much, because I usually try to get a small nation and build it up, and Rome, you know, is the big OG. It's the easiest nation in, you know, the entirety of the game. You can see that, you know, we are absolutely dominating everyone here. At this point there is nobody even close to us when it comes to population and the amount of territories. But we'll have other additional problems like the crisis of the 3rd century or probably a huge civil war very soon. I'm doing all that I can to actually avoid that, but we shall see. We shall see. So we have 985 gold, so let us investigate these territories, see what there is. There's a big city over here which is fine. That one is being handled well. Is this a city? It is a city, but it's also a very good one. Alright, that's good. What about you? You're not a good one. So we rebuild you in our image. You are ironically a better city than that. Interesting. Well then, Erachidia is not a city. And it seems like there is no other city here, at least the map claims so. Alright, so I have you... Oh, so we already probably checked it yesterday and I forgot about that. Interesting. You are actually okay. What about you? You're a city and you're a city. Neither one of you having the right things. So let me just rebuild those. There's a city over here which is fine. A city over here that is not fine. There's another city over here which is fine. And that leads to our own territory Erich here, which is fine. Alright. Any other city down here? This terrain makes it kinda hard to understand what's going on, but hey, I think we're doing good. Okay, we can now lay the claim on Carthage, and once that one is done, we'll go to war. I'll take this one as the claim. Makedon's at war. Oh, that doesn't bode well for them. They're at war with Parthia. Alright, but to be fair, Parthia is now at war with everyone. But I would still bet on them in this political clustercluck. Well, we'll see. What's the war? The 4th Parthian-Thracian War. Alright. So they are the ones declaring war and they are the one advancing. Gotcha. So when's this? Oh, we have a disloyal province. Oh, you're corrupt. Alright. Well, that's a little bit of an issue. And there's also nothing really here. There is supposed to be a city here, but there's none. Tribal Chief Atovius offers friendship. I'll take that. You are a member of the Claudii. Man, people are really mad at us. Gallus and Pronius sit. Okay, we're gonna put you in there. And you will harsh treat them, that makes sense. You're not corrupt, so yes, okay, now this is improving. But we really need to look into the settlement eventually and get it settled. Pannonia doesn't have a governor. Tertius Claudius Codex, no, corrupt. Corrupt. Primus Claudius, you're really bad, but I guess we don't have much of a choice, do we? Cultural assimilation over here. Xenophobia. Oh, it's the other one. Oh, it's this one. Let's have them as rivals. I don't mind that. Okay, let's switch these to the reasonable cultural assimilation. Okay, for which reason are you guys not? Oh, because you're already almost completely Roman. Interesting, with the exception of these guys. We do have this fixed, right? Yeah. You can actually get a marketplace. And I would prefer a grain import, just to make sure that works. Alright, and we can actually get an omen that's gonna lower the aggressive expansion for us, because we do have a lot of it, and it's tanking our stability. I don't think we'll go over while fighting with Carthage, but there is a certain method to the madness, and I don't want to go too high up. Okay, these guys are getting progressively worse. Okay guys, I would prefer if you worked on your conversion here, because these are New Again provinces and we have almost no Romans here, so let us make sure we spread the right faith and the right culture around here. But spreading the right faith is also a sort of a good idea, I think, here. Oh, we don't have the the two political influence to actually change that. Gotcha. Alright, so how far are we with the claim? 38.3%. Oh yeah, and we haven't really looked at the missions, have we? So Mare Hibernicum. Okay, all port territories in the Baleares need to be cities and fortified. Right, so we basically have just too many of these. But I don't mind actually turning them into city, it's just that we really do not have enough political influence to do that. That's the issue here. So let's look at these guys first. Okay, you're supposed to be a port city, so let's make that happen. You are actually a port city, so we are making that happen. Let's build a marketplace here too, actually. Oh, Arons is an ambassador. A hefty fine is in order, dude. You will not steal from us. But I also don't feel comfortable just dumping you overboard. What's going on here? Are you corrupt, mate? No. Catavium. Guys, you guys really need to get your ducks in a row, as they say in the corporate world. And the marketplace. I really want you guys to actually focus on this. So we're just sort of spending time, burning money. My priority is actually to work in Iberia the most, and of course I could also work in Macedonia, but we know that Macedon has been sort of excessively covered by us. So these territories that are now acting. Okay, well, you guys aren't, so I'll switch you, but most of them should actually be under. Yes. Okay, you also need to do that. But yeah, these territories that are this much culturally Macedon were by us switched a long time ago, and we've, and you can see it in Greece, we're having quite a success there. Macedonized. No, the other way, Romanized. But in here we're suffering. We have identified a lot of places where we can actually build these things. And, we're doing that, but it's gonna take a significant time. And in the meantime, the Celtiberi are actually one of the biggest, well, not one of the biggest, the biggest minority that we have. Okay, this is stupid. So we really need to make sure that we focus on that. And wherever we can, we suppress their culture. I don't really have anything about against the Iberian culture personally, but I think it's high time we actually make sure that they are gone. Because this territory is Roman and will remain Roman. You guys are doing good. Okay, so what is this? Rival at the court. Lately, our consul Fabius Claudius has come into conflict with Titus Messius at every turn and decision. Fine, have it your way. Sure, let's just yield to him. So what have we finished? Carthago Nova! Alright. It is now a metropolis, and we can strengthen it. Alright, whatever that means. I guess we'll see, because that's a timed event. So that one is going to ask us for things. So you guys really don't need anyone. Actually, oh my dear lord, look at that. Crafty and nefarious tendencies. Let's hire this guy and put him into one of the richest provinces that we have. What could possibly go wrong? Why do we have someone worth... Oh my god, yeah, we're starting to struggle with some of the families. But the reason why we're struggling is that they really do not provide us with reasonable candidates. Jesus Christ. I guess Secundus Claudius is the best of the worst. So establishing a local bureaucracy. This is pertaining to Carthago Nova, which is in Contestania, as I need to keep reminding myself, which has now become a metropolis. And thus has a bunch of new... Yeah, we need to invest into this place. Strengthening our administration in Carthago Nova and thereby our rule in Contestania has made it clear how among the local elite that are fit to work in a proper Roman government's office, it has been requested that we send some proper scribes from Rome to support the struggling local bureaucracy. Sure, let's send over to. And what are we gonna... Okay, we definitely need a granary here. I know that's a little bit of a waste, but this population is gonna only continue growing. They're completely Romanized and Hellenized, so we don't really need anything like that, but I would really like to have more academies here, because these guys are really populous here, so getting 10% extra desired ratio will give us, well, 1%. That's not much, but hey, you know. Oh, actually, it might be from the entire population, wouldn't it? I'm not sure, but let's just build that, because that's gonna be our capital, so having places for the nobility sounds like a good idea. Alright, and the Cornelii are the only... Oh my god, they're the only ones unhappy, but they are really unhappy. Can we give them some offices? You're just so bad in everything. What about Tribunus Plebis? Levantines converted Judaism. I wonder when this is gonna start looking like Christianity. Look at that, the best candidate the Cornelii has is a level 3 finesse. That's absolutely bonkers. Oh, and did we finalize the claim on Carthage? We did! Okay. Alright, well, then we can do this. I thought it would take a little bit longer, but I guess I was mistaken. Alright, you have a level 10 marshal, and you have a level 6 marshal. Is there someone... Someone better. We have a... Well, I guess I'll put in you, which made the KTI mad, but what can I do? So we'll put them in here, because the Ptolemaics are gonna immediately jump into war with us, but we'll just harass their most... What would you call it? Like their home territory, I guess, and raid it, while our forces will attack. And that seems like a great plan. What about Rome? Did we get any more slots here? Yes, we did just here. We also did here. Tibur. Because we're no longer raising at least regular legions from this territory. It's starting to look a little bit better. Alright, you're part of this area, which you really need. You guys can also get an aqueduct. Pillaged. What is this? A group of soldiers belonging to the army commanded by Gaius Claudius has, while stationed on a peaceful deployment, absconded in order to pillage the nearby city of Pecianum. What? You guys have... Oh my god. Oh, disband you guys. What is more concerning is that Gaius is refusing to punish his legion, citing their extreme loyalty as a reason. We are left in this disagreeable position of having to choose between forcing our general to crucify his own soldiers or appearing weak and soft. We can't help but feel that Gaius knows precisely what he is doing. It must be decimation. No, it must be decimation, dude. You need to punish your troops. This is absolutely unacceptable. There can't even be discussion about this. I will not accept it. Alright, the amount of Celtiberi is slowly dwindling. Cadastral survey. As part of the strengthening of the governor's office in Carthago Nova, a great number of local officials have been sent out to measure, document, and assess all lands in Contestania. Oh, this will get us into a conflict. As always, when such a survey is undertaken, it can become clear how local records have been outdated or even manipulated to a higher degree. As a reaction to this, it turns out that Decimus Cornelius Sorex, whose family owns land in the region, has now petitioned us to exempt some specific pieces of public land from this examination. There will be no examination, no exemptions to the examination. Which is gonna make them mad, I know about it. Okay, you guys can drill as the preparation, but I don't think that's actually gonna help us at this point. I forgot to put you on a drill, and I think these units actually, yeah, they lost most of their experience. Oh well. It should be a piece of cake anyway. Whether because there was no actual foul play or because the Cornelius family also managed to bribe our staff, we cannot be sure, but the survey we undertook has not turned up any greater problems. Okay. Carthage is at war with the Mega Melanogatuli. Alright. Well, I guess in the spirit of not giving them too much time to bother us, let's just declare war and go. This is immediately, yes, taken, Jesus Christ, taken a large chunk off. But okay, we're going to be nice in this one, because I really don't want to hurt them too much. So a lot of dates, we get elephants, glass, camels. Okay, all of these seem to be a +1. I don't want to start importing sugar. But I get gemstones, lapis and gem, Syphilum. I mean, do we need it? No, we don't. First vote. Wild game, quaff. Do we have regular metals? Because that's something that we usually lose. Yes, we do. So is it really just grain? I mean, it could be. You know, it's not beyond the realm of possibility. And we were importing 4 units of grain from there, but who knows? Who truly knows what's going on in our head? Who truly knows and doesn't have to wonder what crazy idea we have? Wait, do I have every single territory on auto trade? Did I forget about it as well? No, it's good. Okay, that's also worth checking from time to time. Okay, some of our regions will make short work of this. There's no fort in here, so that's gonna be easy. This one is also fallen to us, so now we can just send you over here because the enemy is gonna try to take us. Are there any cities on the way? There is a city over here, but we already passed it. I'm not going back. Okay, we need more dates. Oh no! Okay, so it wasn't reflected. Now we have less glass. And if it was anything else? We need to get glass. Country civilization level. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Alright, but the war is on. Get you guys. Is there any enemy army? Yes, there is. So we'll make short work of it. You guys will march there. Get in here and force march. And we got orator advances, which is a good ending to this episode. So what could we get? Command incentive, improve opinion and avoid general cost. Lawful treaty. Oh, it's because of the aggressive expansion. Yeah, we need to get that. I would like to do other things. Approved familiar, that's also really good. And the military patronage is the one that we wanted as well. But no, we need to get this one first. So, okay, command incentives. It is not enough to expect our generals to fight for the glory of our nation. We must ensure that they have the right to spoils, property and responsibilities in the lands that they conquer. So next is lawful territories, which no causes belly war cost. Okay, that's completely useless, but doesn't matter. Then we get the diplomatic apologetics, and then we get the symbolic victories. So that's gonna be minus 0.05, but that's actually quite a lot when you look at the aggressive expansion we're shipping off. It's gonna play a major role. Alright, that's all for this episode, and I'll see you in the next one, where we're gonna conclude the war with Carthage. Now, I believe it's gonna be really fast, because we're already taking up with the war score. We're getting quite a lot from the blockades, which are also gonna be an influx of money to us. So yeah, pretty cool.